I'd like to take this time to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World No Dangerous Podcast. Vivo P's in the building. What's good?
What's going bar for bar?
Shouts out to the things, man.
Let's get it.
What's good?
Hondo up in this piece.
F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That fresh out. Gotta wake up the neighbors.
Oh, wake them up.
What's goody? J Camp's favorite part of the show. What's good?
Hey, glad to be rocking with y'all. J Camp, Red Light Special back there. What's good with you,
Man,
brother?
J Camp's in the building, man. J Camp, man, what's going down with you, man? I see you having an audio joint. What's goody?
Okay.
He's going in.
Okay,
Bebo
okay,
P, what's going down with you, man?
Hey, man, you know, we're just glad to be in the place, man. Just trying to hook Iceberg
Yes,
up with
sir.
the under the table
Yes, sir.
lotto $100K Chester Cheetah draw fundage since eBay's hating on the player.
Man,
Just trying to hook
always, man.
Iceberg up, man. You know,
Always.
what's good with you,
Miss
Iceberg?
Evans, what's going on? We see Miss Evans in the building,
What's
man.
good, Miss Evans? What's
She's in there.
happening? Gambino, what's good with you?
Gambino's in there, man, holding it down. He's saying, look at my brothers, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, Denver's in the building tonight, man, with Gambino, of course, man. Darren Harris is
what's
up in
good?
here, too,
What's
man.
good, Darren?
You know, all day long, man, you know what I'm saying?
All
Holding
to
it
the
down,
good.
man. Of course, man, Power
Absolutely.
700 Day One Club was
Yes.
goody, man. You know what I'm saying? Q's in the building, too. What's going on?
You
Q?
smooth. What's good? What's good?
Hey, man, we got a great show for y'all tonight. First of all, let's be clear. J Camp, Bebo P, LB the Podfather, man. Hey, man, episode 160, man, holding it down. We got a great show for y'all tonight, man. While J Camp's getting it together, y'all go check out that Fresh Out Hip Hop, man, on Facebook, man. We at every week, man. I gotta keep on doing another screenshot, man. We at 8:35, man. Come on, you know how it goes down, man. Go check us out over there on Facebook. Vegas.com sponsoring this show, man, until somebody drops some bread. If you drop some bread, man, you can be a sponsor of the show. And shout out to Devon, Miss LB, Darren Harris, Madden, and Mr. Reverend Dr. James Silverthorne, man, holding
That's
it down
right.
too all day long. That
All
the
to the
Sasquatch. If you're stanking, go hop that, man. We're gonna put the link in the chat, man, for that. Also, man, my rap verse, man, hip hop DX has been compromised. My rap verse is the new flavor, man. Where you need to go. J Camp, what's goody?
What's cracking? Had a little technical
Hey, man, you know how we
difficulty
get it
joint.
done. We know how we
It's
got
all
it
Good.
going on.
It's all to the good.
back
Oh,
in the
also,
building,
let's be
my
clear.
guy.
This is J Camp's brother. Go to freshout.com. Merch, you know what I'm saying? If you J1 Club, DM us, man, and we're going to get you hooked up, man. That's J Camp's brother. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know.
J Camp,
Y'all
how you
already
feeling tonight, man? It's Wednesday night. You know how it goes down, 9:30, man. You with us, man. What's good?
Feeling good, man. Feeling great. How about you, brothers, though?
Feeling good, feeling
You
great.
looking extra light skin over at Iceberg?
Man,
I
come
see.
on, man. I'll be sure, man. That's good. We're
Extra
going in.
light skin.
Hey, peace to the Podfather too, by the way. Peace to
He's
the
a Podfather, man. You know what? We got no sound effects
Yeah,
tonight,
it's
man.
all
StreamYard
good. It's all
clowning.
good. It's all
It's all
goody.
goody. But we got a good show, man. First of all, Black History Month, first day. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man. Like, you know, just the music that our culture puts out, man. Some of the dope things that we put out, man. Of course, you know, we sometimes focus on like some of the bad things our culture brings, but some of the dope things, man, we got to talk about, man. So we're gonna talk about some cool stuff tonight, man. So, but first, we gotta talk about Billboard not respecting the culture, man. I ain't got no sound effects. I'll be farting all over this joint. They had the audacity
Say that
to
again.
not put the audacity not to put in LL Cool J iconic. First of all, LL Cool J is your reminder to work out, man, this weekend. If I have some fart sounds, I'll be farting all over this. LL Cool J is your reminder to work out and get your health in order. But shout out to LL Cool J, our guy, and Rakim. But they disrespected him, man, over Billboard and Vibe by not putting these iconic dudes in the top 50 greatest rappers of all time. Disrespectful. J Camp, man, what?
You mean the
What's
top
your
10?
thoughts on this, man?
Right,
Your
right.
top,
You
they
mean
didn't
the
put him in the
top
top 10.
Yeah.
What's
Okay.
your thoughts on this, though, man? Is this just like whatever, man? Cause we don't care, or this is kind of like a big deal to you?
Nah, I mean it's a big deal because I mean Billboard is a major publication. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a big deal. I mean they got a lot of reach.
Facts.
So when you look at the data points, they got a lot of reach. So again, young people is reading this. So when they seeing this type of disrespect to Rakim and to Mr. Rock the Bells himself, I mean, we can't have that, man. That's why Fresh Out is here. But was they even in the top 15? I think we can just take
they were like
12.
Back. They were 12 and 13, I think.
So that's a list. So
no,
like this is the
13,
numbers
14.
right here,
Okay,
13 and 14. The other thing, what's your thoughts before we go into B-Bo? Pause. What's your thoughts about? We know. Shout out Miss LB's in the building. She just came in with the Lanka Ray, man. What's going on in the Vicky secrets?
Especially when I'm seeing Cube and Big Daddy Kane.
Come on. So we talked about this Saturday. Miss LB dissected this whole list, man. She was going in.
Salute to Miss LB, then.
Salute to Miss LB, Ohio, man. We didn't see the Bengals make it through, but salute though.
Hi.
What's your thoughts, man, on just the list, though, J. Camp? Is there any discrepancies you're seeing up in this joint? There should be a little higher. We were talking about Redman should be higher.
Hell yeah. Redman at 42.
Black Thought, come on, man.
Black Thought at 28. Q-Tip 27. I mean, KRS-One at 24. Really? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Common 37. I mean, wait a minute. So Future is above Most Def. Like, let's go ahead and get this off the screen.
I need my part sounds.
Go ahead and get him, J.
Go ahead and get this off the screen now, man. There's no point in running through any more of this. The fact that Future is above MC Light, Jada,
Slew Prince,
The Queen, Bun B, Redman, 40, Common, and I even say Gucci Mane. He shouldn't be over Gucci. Like, what the WTF, bro?
And this thing, I agree with Miss Allen too. Where's your trappers at? You know what I'm saying? To me, greatest rappers are not always about just bars and East Coast. Absolutely. To me, where's your West Coast? I see the typical West Coast.
Your T.
I don't see no Midwest, and I don't see no trappers on there. Bebo, what you thinking on this? On basically just LL Cool J and Rakim not making the top 10.
It's
salute Miss Allen too.
Yeah, salute to Miss Allen. Shout out to all y'all. Hit that like and subscribe button too to support the platform. By the way, we got much love for y'all.
Facts Power, Q-Tip.
Yeah, yep. They forgot about the tip, man. But
pause.
Extra pause. It's really an absolute disgrace to not have LL Cool J and Rakim higher than the ranks of 13 and 14 on the Billboard list. I mean, we're talking about mega legends. And along with that, like J. Camp said, BDK, Big Daddy Kane. You could argue Cube up there too somewhere. Much higher than where they currently are on here. FaceTime, yep. Face
no
Mob,
G-Rap?
G-Rap? Well, that's what I'm saying. Now I don't know if he's in the top 10, but we ain't seeing him on here. So
salute.
And as we stated this past Saturday, we don't have the comprehensive list of our own, but we just really we recognize the disrespect when we see it. Now, does it surprise us? Absolutely not. Yeah. We talk about this stuff all the time with other media platforms, rapper, hip hop lists and whatnot, just being lower than subpar. So we at least want to give our flowers to the legends who did it before us and that deserve those top slots.
I agree with Ball and G. I would have Ball and G in there over Rick Ross all day long.
Facts. Before Ross, Future,
twice on Sunday.
Gucci Mane. Yeah.
So and the fact that Big Boy's not on here too is disrespectful.
Well, and
Big Boy is the top 50 rapper of all time.
This too, J. Kent. Where does like the juveniles, the A-Ball and MJGs, the young Dolphs, man, I don't think they fit that in there anywhere because you got to respect South rap. You got to respect Southern Texas rap. Come on, man. You got to respect Memphis. You know
absolutely got to respect Memphis. Come on, man.
Salute Miss Allen on there, too.
BG. I mean, it's a lot of dudes that at the South, man.
That sold a lot of records. Just sold as much records as the New York rappers, man. And don't get me wrong, like
if not more.
We haven't saw the actual official top 10 of the Billboard and Vibe 50 greatest rappers. But to me, we got to make a list this weekend. We didn't do one last weekend, but we got to make one. But to me, just a disrespect. The other thing that Miss LB said too, and Mama Bear saying, Mama, she's saying,
Mama.
I'm afraid to ask who made the list. Of course, Billboard, Vibe, which is supposed to be, like J. Camp said and Bebo said, these are legit music outlets. But what Miss LB said too is, how is Dr. Dre on here at 40 as a rapper? I can understand producer, but to me that slot. What you think of Bebo, man? What's your last words on this though?
Last words. I have to agree with Mama Bear. You know, that top 10 is going to be just as treacherous as 11 through 50 here. There's certainly some rappers that don't belong on here whatsoever. As there are many, many, many other legends that belong in these top slots, to the point where getting pushed down below 50, that's an honor, really. But even still, the aforementioned folks that we said don't belong, we stand by that. And it's a disrespect to the legacy of those who did it before us.
Absolutely.
With grandeur and with grace and with just excellence. So I'll let y'all have the last words on this one.
Carmen
was
man.
good.
Shout out to Carmen, man.
Shout out to
J. Camp, man.
Carmen.
What's your last words on this, J. Camp, man? Salute to Carmen.
My last thoughts is basically the same thing Bebo P said, man. There's no disrespect if we say you don't belong on that top 50, but to have Lauryn Hill at like 30 below cats like 50 Cent, come on. And I respect 50. I definitely think 50 Cent is top 50.
Fact. Yeah.
But I mean, Lauryn Hill she's different.
Legendary.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I said, we're gonna make a list though. In the Karma saying
Yeah, we gonna
Future
make
35, like
right.
Future on there at all?
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Speaking of poop, though, we gotta talk about Charlamagne, the devil. You know what I'm saying? I need my fart sound effect, man. They tripping. But he basically was in on a podcast, man. And y'all know Charlamagne, man. You know, he ruffles feathers. But I want to see if y'all agree with actually this situation, man, that he's talking about. Of course, I got some video for y'all to check out real quick. Hold on real quick.
Kodak is the GOAT, and I was watching that video and I was thinking to myself, man, do people realize how dope Kodak Black is, yo? Not just as a personality, but as a rapper, as an artist. Like, the thing that warmed my heart the most, and I know, these true hip-hop heads be like, man, you talk about Kodak Black. I look at Kodak Black the same way I look at Kendrick Lamar. I'm not even joking. I feel like they're both two different levels of prolific. And they're telling like similar stories just from different places. They're just two different versions of the same kid from the hood.
Cat. I'm calling Cat. J. Camp, what do you think about what your best friend Charlotte said? Hold up, man. Podfather saying stop.
Podfather
in the building. Salute.
In the building, man. Looking like he just ate some bad spinach.
Looking like George Hill.
Carmen saying stop.
Two stops.
Come on, man.
He tried to make an apples to apples comparison though. Like
facts.
Come on, like
Miss LB saying Charlotte need to get drug tested.
So basically, he's saying that Kodak Black has a Good Kid, Mad City, and a To Pimp a Butterfly in his repertoire.
That's what he's saying.
Come on, man.
I don't even know like what drug you have to be on to like drum that one up.
Facts.
And this is not like any disrespect to Kodak Black. I'm not saying that. He don't deserve his flowers at some point. I mean, a lot of young cats love Kodak. Like
facts.
You
gotta salute him a little bit, but he ain't no Kendrick.
But to say he's on K-Dot's level, come on. Just like Power said, like that. Come on, bro. Like, You'll get no do-over on that one either, Charlamagne. So he better
Right.
not try to come back on no
Oh, what I
other
meant to
show.
say-
What I meant to nah, bro.
What it
we heard
was.
You. We heard you.
What
You
had happened?
compared
What had
the
happened
two.
was
Right.
It said they basically make the same type of music just from a different
Facts,
lens.
Fact, yeah.
Man, Charlamagne, man.
Go ahead, Bebo.
We've been laying we've been going easy on him all 2022.
Let's be clear. He blocked us last year, man, on the IG. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, keep
Antoine, what's goody? Antoine's
What's
in the building.
good, Antoine?
1486.
Yo.
You know how it
What's
goes down. What's
poppin'?
goody, man? All day. What's going down?
What's good? What's good?
But you co-sign this, Bebo?
That dude must be sniffing his own product and getting high on his own supply of
I was
Spanish fly.
Mm.
He getting high on his own supply of Spanish fly out here, man. When he said that, man, ain't no way Kodak Black compares to Miss LB's favorite artist, Kendrick Lamar.
With his favorite with her favorite double album, dog.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
I'm just
right.
glad
She love
Iceberg
it.
put them two different pictures up there so we can see how similar they are.
Oh, what we do to get Charlamagne to block us? I'll put a picture. I'll put a picture on IG, man. We had a Thule to him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The piece
It was J Cam's fault.
had a piece. Stop it.
It's J Cam's fault. Bebo, stop.
Oh man, no, but I mean Kodak Black is he compared to K Dot there's just no comparison when it comes to these two different caliber of
He
artists.
said
I mean,
prolific too.
Prolific, Bebo. Prolific, Bebo.
that's about as disrespectful as the Billboard and every other list of rappers that we've been seeing as of late and just period. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that they have that they've worked together, I should say, on several tracks. That they did that Rich together.
Yeah.
Worldwide Steppers, I think is what it was called.
Yeah.
Silent Hill, and what was the fourth one? Mirror. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like there's a dichotomy to where they don't rock with each other if you've heard their music. But Kodak has no notable albums or songs for that matter. Though whereas as J Camp said, Kendrick, he's got at least a couple notable ones, you know, on his account, and many more songs to go with that, but you just got to give respect where it's due. And that's just where it is.
Again, like I said, man, I think, man, this is the year of cappers. 2023 is capping all the way up. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got our cap on. We got our Kaepernicks on. Right. Everybody's trying to cap, man, because again, like if you say something that's real, it doesn't get in that echo chamber like something that's fake does. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so again, Charlamagne is just on that biot, man, and I just wish people quit talking that hip hop. Don't even say, "Oh, the hip hop guys are going to try to." Man, get out of here with that crap.
Stop
man.
it.
Like, just stop. You already know what it is because you over here wilding. But we gonna let dude slide, man. It is Black History Month, man. We gonna let Fat Joe slide, man. We gotta talk about Fat Joe too, real quick, man. Even though, man, he be trying to say the N word, man. We gonna try to let him slide. Shout out to our guy Fat Joe, man. He basically, man, and this is more like, you know, I'm not at no concert like that, man. Bebo be sneaking out bedroom bully swag, but you know, J Kim always be at the concerts, man. He's always everywhere, man. You know, he's that guy. This is almost like on the J Camp swag, of course, but of course, Bebo, man, being a hip hop historian, the cell phones at the concerts is getting ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe was basically saying, man, just talking, man, about people not enjoying the moment when they go to concerts, man. And I got some some video, man, him talking about it, man. And shout out to his barber, man, using that Beijing.
Live in the moment, right? When you go to a show, right, and you pulling out the camera and you filming everything, you're not really in the moment. You're recording what's going on. You're not enjoying it. If you know how to live in the moment, happy birthday, Mafia. Tito Mafia, y'all did it big in Santo Domingo. I saw y'all. Put some firesides if you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, then you lost. Because this social media got niggas lost. If you can feel the moment, if you can be in the moment, not recording, not in the moment. If you could understand what I'm saying.
Do you think Fat Joe has a point with the cameras is going crazy at the concerts? Jay Kemp starting it off.
I mean, I see both sides to this one because just say you going to a show of your favorite artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's your first time being at a show for your favorite artist, man. That is I don't want to say Kodak moment, but that's a special
Kodak moment.
That's a special moment, man. I get that. I mean, when I went to some shows recently, I mean, I had my phone out just because, I mean, I respect those artists. Like I wanted to, and they was rocking, you know what I'm saying? So, man, I get it, man. I think this is just, I don't know if you frantic, but to me, it don't make a ton of sense to just hate on people because you don't, I mean, man, I mean, you know, to me, it's respect. It's a sign of respect. They paid their ticket for the show. Like, how you gonna tell somebody they can't have their phone out? Like, they paid money to come see you. So you basically gonna say you can't come to my show if you got your phone out. Like, come on, bro. Like you alienating people, and it's just you canceling them type of people. But I mean, I get it too. Yes, there are some people who be in there with their phone, not really paying attention. But I think those people are far few in between, man. I think most people are enjoying the show. Obviously, they paid the money to get there, so why would they not be enjoying themselves? Unless they just in there just to hate, just to boo, which would be stupid.
Facts. But Miss LB saying she actually agrees with the statement. She says she might do a clip or two, which that's what I normally do if I'm out somewhere. I'll get a clip just to capture the moment, but I also enjoy that moment too. So
yeah, I mean, just a clip or two, just to kind of like, you know, just man, my guys on stage. Pause. Let me go ahead and get this. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's somebody who ain't toured in forever.
Yeah,
you know, it's a lot of them people out there.
Plus, it's free advertisement, right? You know what I'm saying? You're up in the joint, you put it on your IG. That's free advertisement for the artist, right?
And then some artists be like, put your cell phone lighters up in there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Facts, man. If I had to, I'd be throwing the horn out right now. But Bebo P, what you saying, man? You know, I know you bedroom bully with it, but Antoine saying that he has a point, just not a concept. People pull out their phones for everything now. But what's your thoughts, man?
Well, Fat Joe.
Hold up. First of all, last episode y'all was talking about could Bebo P dance. Yeah, he can dance. You know what I'm saying? He's up in there. You know what I'm saying? With them corduroys, man, them khakis. You know what I'm saying? He's up in there. Just so y'all know, that's the Bebo dance, man. If y'all want that dance, you know what I'm saying? There you go. Put the horses in the comment section. You know, he's riding that horse. He pause. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. That's the Bebo P dance, though. Go ahead, though.
At them Indian joints. The old
hey man, they can get it anywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? Be that Bebo P dance, man. You know what I'm saying?
Touch, you a fool for that one. Setting that off, boy. I tell you.
Touch, man.
Salute to Touch 182. Yeah. Now, the Fat Joe, he comes from our era and even a few years before ours, you know, at this panel. So he understands the concept of enjoying the moment that you're in, as none of us grew up with any form of smart devices since, you know, they didn't exist in our heyday. So given the fact that today's generation, on the other hand, is growing up with such technology as it continues to upgrade on an even just really on a more ongoing basis, coupled with the fact that that such devices, they produce dopamine in our bodies with so much use of them, that attachment is not going to go down or subside. So with that said,
I agree
it's the responsibility of the creators, such as ourselves, the artists, the entertainers. It's our responsibilities to remember that we can't get too comfortable in being stuck on our ways in our creative spaces with no desire to figure out ways as performers to become more interesting than the apps, videos, and images that we get exposed to on a daily basis. We gotta be willing to say, in other words, how can I be just as interesting, if not more so, than whatever is distracting them, if that's how you feel.
Exactly. I just feel don't be trying to cancel somebody or tell somebody what they can and can't do. Like we have too much of that going on nowadays.
Facts.
And to me, man, especially if it's like one of those music festivals and them tickets be like 300.
Yeah.
Man, you try to tell somebody don't have your phone now, they're gonna look at you like, shh,
yeah,
ninja, please.
The question is, do you think that at some point they'll have shows where it's restricted cell phones? You can't even have them.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if that's what the artists want to do, like do that. I mean, I'd be for that. I mean, I'm not mad at that. But to me, if that's something that Fat Joe wants to do, like for his show, then do that. But just to sit here and say, like, almost say that somebody's whack if they got their phone out. I mean, again, like, you don't know why somebody's doing it. So, I mean, I can't just assume. But like Miss LB said, now if you're recording the whole show, you just on that foolishness at that point.
Right.
You corny,
right.
Man.
You know, you're not, that person is not, you know, relishing in the moment. They're doing some other. They're trying to cap for the gram. That's what that is. But I think those people are extremes situations where I think most people are there just to get a few clips, keep it moving.
Yep. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Along with that, very few rappers are at the capacity, resource, and status wise as a Dave Chappelle. So it makes sense for a Dave Chappelle to do that. And then you have your twos and fews or whoever that still sneak in, you know, an extra cell phone or just a cell phone that they have solely. But like
Dick Tracy with the
right. J Camp Dick Tracy. But I think even
there's always some
rappers,
old nigga too with that old school camera, one of them joints like this too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think even if rappers did decide to cancel the use of cell phones, I could foresee lower concert attendance over time with that happening. So, you know, if you're not at that level, then you really can't hold too much weight in doing such a thing unless you're willing to run the risk of having lower concert attendees.
Facts.
Yeah. Especially with
Power
this new
700.
gen. It is
right.
Is.
Power 700 said, what's funny is some shows you'll have one person record and the whole audience pays attention yet sleepy at the same time while the artist be hyped on stage as you know what. And 700 Club also said 2020's Logic.
Yeah,
2020's Logic.
Yeah.
Shout out. Yeah.
I think this year's going to be big on concerts. I think obviously you got different age group when it comes to hip hop artists. First of all, let's be clear, man. Hip hop is so dope. You can't even fit all the great artists in currently on 100 on a 50 greatest list. You know, they still out here moving. So I think it's gonna be great concerts, but I think also there is gonna have to be some like rules on how you kind of go to concerts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think, like you said, pulling out for a little joint. You know, that's what pause. Pull it out real quick. Pause. But the whole show, like, come on, son.
Yeah, that's doing too much, man.
Yeah. Matt saying, could it be that Joe is his type because he's not?
It's a Kofi situation.
Real Kofi hat moment.
Well, and then this thing, we're gonna be talking about Wayne and Beyonce in a little bit too, but Beyonce tried it with the last concert in Dubai and people still recorded it. Facts, exactly. And that's where I got it from. Beyonce's like, yo, no, I don't want nobody seeing what's going on because I'm trying to take this joint to the next level, to the next city, and I want nobody seeing what's going on, so no cameras. So we'll see. I mean, Beyonce tried to do it and they still wilding. You know how
somebody's in there with the Google Glass on.
Straight,
get the record button on the
on your lenses, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, get them lenses out. But what's funny though, what's crazy? Did you see any other footage leaked though? That's the crazy thing. It's like if anything went up,
she had that snatched.
They took it down. Yeah, it snapped
quick.
Mama Bear saying Fat Joe wouldn't be my need to in the concert moment. He might bring out somebody, you know what I'm saying? He might bring out somebody dope, man. Maybe bring out Remy Ma.
He got a couple. Well,
he got a couple little bangers. Speaking of somebody who only got a few bangers.
Stop it.
We got to talk about Ab Soul.
Stop.
Shout out to what's that little monster, little animal dude on the Muppets, nigga. Shout out to him.
Stop it.
The little dude,
The drummer?
the drummer dude,
Oh,
man. Shout out
dog.
Absol, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Callie's in the building, man. Absol, our guy, man. He dropped that Herbert album. It was mid, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to him, man. Man said
Animal.
Oscar Animal, yeah.
It was Animal.
Man
yeah.
said Oscar the Grouch, though.
Dog.
Shout out to man. But shout out to Absol, man. I'm a fan of Absol.
man. Me too.
But to me, sometimes, man, he be kind of like D-riding a little bit, man. Like last time he had the picture of Jay-Z, we thought Jay-Z was coming on the album.
Pause.
Woo, 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 woo. Wow, he didn't come on the album. Dog, Mama Bear said that, and that's Animal. Yeah, man, he on that Animal swag, man.
Animal, right?
Look at Animal.
Man, come on.
And
man.
still kill it though. And still kill that stick.
He didn't kill the stick.
Iceberg put him on a pedestal, talking about how he's a fan. Then he's over here talking how he's like Animal. Come on, my guy.
Hey man, come on the platform, Absol, man. That's my guy.
I thought you
TDE's
talking
in the
about come on
building.
a platform Animal. I thought
Yeah, him too, man. Yeah, come on, yeah, man. All day, man.
Tasmanian devil.
Hey man, shout out to D-Von's in the building, man.
Right.
Our
Peace,
world
peace.
traveler, man.
Real
You know what I'm
passport,
saying? Yeah,
bro.
man. Real passport, bro. What's
Passport,
good?
bro, out there. We see
Man,
you.
always, man. TJ's in the building too, man. Holding it
TJ
down.
was good.
I see your team made it in there,
Salute
man. I
to
see
the
the Chiefs
Chiefs,
made it in
too.
there. TJ.
Salute to the Chiefs,
Was
man.
goody. But the whole thing, man, long story short, this dude basically asked LeBron the A&R album, and of course I got the footage, bro. Hold up real quick.
You really the rite of passage. Top ass told me to ask you if you were A&R the next album.
Yeah, I can do that.
You can do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Ooh, I like that. You know my man's Calmatic, he started with us.
Whoa. Wow. What y'all think about Absol asking LeBron? LeBron trying to basically get the scoring title, and you talking about, hey man, can you just do my mid album? What's
man. I mean,
your thoughts on that, Camper?
it's funny because even Brian he looked uncomfortable, like answering it. Basically, like
He did.
he like had a head. It's like, what you want me to do?
Yeah, nigga, you just
Like, he
came
ain't
out
got
with that
man-
mid joint. I just tried to help you last time.
Nah, I mean,
Went live with it.
just because he A&R 2 Chainz joint, that rapper Go to the League, which was actually decent, that don't mean that he's gonna A&R yours and it's gonna be decent too. Like, you got to be careful when you asking random cats just to A&R your album. I'm not saying Bron is a random individual, but as a A&R, he's random. Yeah, he got one in his bag, but that don't mean he didn't get help. Come on now, you know, Chainz was heavily involved in that album.
Right, facts.
There was more of
Facts.
just the name and promotion.
Right,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? No,
Yeah,
like to
show
me,
some
this
love.
is big time Kaepernick. You know, I think this was Ab pretty much standing, you know what I'm saying? That's all this was. I don't even think this was a serious ass for him to A&R the album. That's pretty much my opinion, but it makes no sense. You know
Well,
what
the
I'm
other
saying?
thing too, man, he said like, "Hey, man, Top Dog told me to ask you." Like, I'm not asking you. Top
Right.
Dog asked me. Hey, man, a big
That-
homie asked me to ask you something.
Another reason why I said it just sounded, you know, he was like, "Come on, man!" Like, he probably said it just to keep it pushing. Like, yeah, I do it, but I ain't on your album, little nigga. It's probably,
You ain't
probably
two
what he was
chains.
thinking.
You ain't two
Yeah,
chains, man.
probably what
God.
he was thinking, man. I mean, you know, I don't even
We
know
go-
if they even have the relationship like him and Chainz have. I mean, it just makes no
Man.
sense. It makes no sense at all. Like
Devon
Devon
coming
said,
through slicing like
A
the
new
hound
way.
right now. He's saying new way to kiss that butt.
a new way to kiss anus is basically what that is. But go ahead, Vigo
Oh
P.
man.
Go
No, I
ahead, my
mean
G.
it's the same sentiments, man. Like you said, he meaning Braun produced that 2 Chainz rapper Go to the League.
And that album was fire.
It
I
was.
like that album.
It was a
That
nice
was dope.
album.
But
Yeah.
I feel there was more chains. than anything.
I'm not gonna disagree with that at all. So
Facts.
you know, you
Facts.
couple that with the fact that LeBron's got other things to take care of. I'm not saying he's not gonna actually A&R the project. And I'm not mad at Bron for expanding his resume. at least on, just in terms of, adding another notch to the belt. But at the same time, I would have liked to have seen Ab-Soul connect with the person who he respected for being critical with him. And that's like somebody of DJ Premier's ilk.
If I could drop a bomb right now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yes, fact.
Man,
Or
preach.
Primo or somebody of his ilk. Because remember, Ab-Soul, right?
I mean,
Because
Drake.
remember, Ab-Soul said that in so many words that Primo was the only cat behind the boards that told Ab-Soul no.
Man,
Or
redo your
you got to
verse,
go back and
Sonny.
re-record that.
Facts.
Yeah, so you got to have
Facts.
you got to have that person that's willing to tell you no, as opposed to yes man in order to sharpen your sword.
And I can't see no Marsha Ambrosius on a Ab-Soul track, but if Brian A&R, it's gonna be some.
It's gonna
It's
be
gonna
some
be some
light skin humming on
Yeah,
that.
it's gonna be
Pause.
some stuff that his wife can listen to. So
Yeah.
I mean, just saying.
This thing, who would y'all like to see him work with? Because to me, I would love to see him
Oh,
again.
DJ
like
Quick. For me.
Quick.
DJ
This
Quick,
thing, even
Premier.
Metro Boom. I would like to see a Metro Boomin.
Yeah, that's
that.
too.
A Hit Boy. To me, you got that. You got the TDE. Like, there's no Kendrick Lamar on TDE. You got the whole package.
You got the gamut,
You
yeah.
got the gamut now. So you can go out there and go get some old school cats, man. You can go get some of those
you can
old
get
Biggie
like a-
producers, man.
like a
D
Just
Dot,
Blaze.
man.
You can get like a
Blaze,
Just Blaze,
yeah,
too.
yeah. You know what I'm saying. And then honestly, get some writers on there too. You know what I'm saying. Sauce Money, get some hooks going. You know what I'm saying. Holla at J Camp, Bebo, and get you a hook. You know what I'm saying.
Man, they get
But
the
who- but who-
JoJo. Holla at JoJo, get you a hook, man.
Who would y'all like to see him work with though?
Like I said, I mentioned DJ Premier, somebody of his ilk, somebody that's gonna hold him to account. Somebody who like a Hit Boy, like you said as well, because Hit Boy is willing to even hold Nas to account, at the booth or at the mic. So, and you already know how legendary Nas is, without going to, or going into that. I like the selections that you made though, Iceberg, as well as you, J Camp, and DJ Quick as well. You know what? I wouldn't be mad if he were to be willing to holler at Freddie Gibbs, based on what Freddie Gibbs did for the last album, and having one sole producer for all, for one sole producer per song that didn't repeat, because there's a chemistry there that Gibbs has pretty much mastered, whether it's just one producer throughout the whole album or one producer per song.
Right.
So somebody of Gibbs' ilk, even though he's not a producer by way of beat making, he's a producer by way of knowing how to put a great album together. So J Camp, what say you, and Iceberg, as well as you guys?
Nah, I mean, right there with you, man. I mean, you guys said it beautifully, man. He just needs to get
Mozzie,
Mozzie, facts. He just need to get some better producers, man. He might want to holler at Mustard. I mean,
He might need a little mustard swag. Yeah.
The cats that 40 is messing with, because 40 got some top notch.
40 got
Oh,
some
yeah.
nice ones. He do got some nice ones.
Yep.
Hey, yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby, you do have some nice ones. Well, going out here, you find you some too. Go and dance with your big ass.
Right.
Hold on, boy, get your Bebo P on and go and dance with it. Go and dance with your big ass.
Facts, man. But yeah, man, he just needs some better producers, bro. I mean, that's and I agree with Mike Brown too.
Mike
man.
Brown's in the building.
Get
Was
you
goody.
like
Mikey
a 12
was
track
good.
Mad Lib
Ooh,
produced
yeah.
album.
Yeah.
It would be crazy. I mean, because
Apollo Brown too.
Apollo Brown, man, he's the perfect type of cat for those Mad Lib Apollo Brown type beats, man. Like there's some let fresh out A&R. F that. We got you,
saying
big
that,
dog.
and Mozzie definitely, man, doing his thing regardless, but should be
yeah,
bigger
yeah.
than what he is.
Mozzie nice,
Facts,
man.
But
Mozzie
hold on,
nice.
Mozzie locked up, ain't he, right now, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Mozzie got to get out, get busy, man. And I didn't like him signing with
CMG.
Yo Gotti. I didn't like him signing with Angela Simmons' boyfriend. But again, like I said, man, we like Ab-Soul. It's disrespectful. But we like Ab-Soul, man. But the whole thing, man, this dude is like down by 20 in the fourth quarter. He's got to come out with a hit, man, because the last Herbert album was was his sixth studio album. He got to come with something nice, man.
Something like that.
Salute Low in the building. What's goody?
Right.
Yeah,
What
man.
up,
Yeah,
what
man.
up,
Just send
Low?
a boyfriend, man. Come
Yeah,
on. Man.
it's
Douglas,
disrespectful,
what's
Low.
Yeah, man. Salute, man. Come on, man. You know how it is, man. Paper route, man. You know how
Right.
we do it over here.
PRE
man. Salute
all
Dolph,
day.
man. Yeah, come
Right,
on.
right.
Shout out Dolph, man. I still miss Dolph, man. Dolph is funny. Cat,
Absolutely, man. And Dolph had swag too.
Yeah, swag. Come on.
He
man.
did, yeah.
Speaking of somebody who got swag though, man, we gotta talk about our guy, man. Come on, man. Lil Wayne in the building with the cheesy joint, you know, saluting. First of all, man, this one ain't on the radar. J Camp came through with this topic, man. We love Wayne, man. He's our guy. He's coming out with a tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's had money problems. He's trying to get that money back up. Now, if you look at the tour date, I know you can't see it on here, but he ain't going to Florida. They said you can do whatever you want, but you can't come to Florida.
I
He's not
noticed
coming
that.
to Florida, but he's going to Texas, going to Cali, going to all the spots. He's even going to New York, which is funny because he had that situation.
The Blicky.
That Blicky. He's doing 28 cities. J Camp, you going? Do people still want to see Wayne, long story short? In the chat, y'all still want to see Wayne?
I mean, I rock with Wayne, no doubt. I would have to see who else is on, you know what I'm saying, who else is going to be on the ticket, you know what I'm saying? But I
So you
definitely
ain't going
still
just
rock
for
with
Wayne. You can't rock out Wayne. He got to come with something.
Nah, I mean, I like, you know, I'm going for a different type of shadig right now. You know what I'm saying? it depends on who Wayne is there with. You know, I've seen Wayne before too. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to see him again. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying like if Wayne is on tour with some other cats, I would definitely go peep it. But I don't want to go see Wayne only because again, I've seen Wayne like twice. So I'm, you know, again, I'm a fan, but I don't want to go a third time. But I am looking forward to the tour because I hope we get at least some more Wayne music. Hopefully we get that Carter dropping.
It's funny you say that, man.
It's
And
supposed to drop.
It's so funny you mentioned that because I've been intrigued about another Carter 6 album ever since the first time catching Wayne say that he was going to do an Carter 6 coming soon, I think is how he kind of put it. I think it was the concert where he reunited on stage with Young Money at the end of the 2022 OVO Fest. I think that's when that was that he announced it. So this upcoming Welcome to the Carter tour, like Iceberg was saying, from this April to May is just really like the next step, or rather the next announcement in an even more major way. So that's I'm pretty sure he is. And, you know, given, you know, everything that's been going on in hip hop. Peace to Low Douglas. Low Douglas said she's seen Wayne. Go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead.
That's all good. Low Douglas says she's seen Wayne when she was 15. She's now 26.
So she's got to see.
I feel the same way, man. I saw him a long time ago. So if you don't see him now, man, also help him out with them bills.
Yeah, I seen him about 6 years ago, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, put on a dope show.
I mean, Mr. Wayne said, but I don't want to hear no new Wayne.
Wow.
Listen,
I don't hear none. Came out of nowhere, too.
Salute, Miss Douglas.
Listen, I seen him 6 years ago. I mean, he killed it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like Darren said, Weezy a legend, but I feel like I got my Weezy, you know, I got that Weezy fix in. Pause.
Okay.
Like I'm good. Like I don't have to see. I don't think I'm getting anything new. Meaning like a new type of show if I go see Weezy. It's not like going to see, you know, like back in the day when you went to go see like MC Hammer. You gonna get like a epic show. That's like the circus. You know what I'm saying? Like Wayne ain't putting on like no circus type of. You know, if you gonna entertain me, I need some Barnum and Bailey's. I need to see some. This is something I ain't never seen before.
This is why I think the show's gonna be dope. Is because he's linking up with Rolling Loud. Now, you know, Rolling Loud does the fest, you know what I'm saying? So you definitely going to see probably like a lot of cats coming out on stages real quick, you know what I'm saying, doing a little dance. You might see Ice Spice do that one hot song she got, then get off of there, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
So,
I mean, here's the thing that would get someone excited though. Wayne has so many features on other cats' albums.
Yep.
yeah, he can
to
bring so many
me
people out. Yeah,
would make it legendary. That's why I said I have to see who's going to be on the tour with him
So with
in
that
order for
said,
me to purchase the ticket.
so with you saying that or echoing those sentiments, J Camp, as well as some in the chat, do y'all feel like Wayne has reached his peak? I'm not necessarily saying did he fall off, but do you think that he's at his that he's at his apex, or at least
Actually, I think that is very respectful of you, Bebo P, to say that, because you basically saying like,
no, I'm
'cause I
asking.
mean,
I'm just asking.
no, that's a great question though. I mean, I feel like he's hit his peak. Do you think Wayne can get better than what he? I mean, dedicated Wayne to me was Apex Wayne, as far as like when he was just in a different type of bag. I don't see Wayne eclipsing that Wayne, even
he
though
ain't coming to Florida.
he's shined on some features, but I can't see him dropping a full album of that type of animal again.
Okay,
That's
so
just my personal, you know.
So you still think he's
And
really
I
high,
agree.
but
I agree
he's-
with Darren too. That
he dropped that.
verse he had on the
Yeah,
AZ,
the AZ joint was crazy.
stupid.
Facts.
And the one he had
who was
on
it?
the
Conway 2 on there. Who else was it?
yeah, Conway was on the
Conway
two.
was on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Then he had
Hey.
the one on the West Side Gun album.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was dope
facts.
too.
And that,
Well,
he
but this is the
killed
thing
that
though.
too.
Isn't it crazy that Drake got more bread than Wayne? Wayne should be retired at the game. He should almost be hitting he should be having Kanye money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy
Wayne's had
how
some legal issues though too. I mean, he's
but a lot of it came from Baby spending all of his bread. I ain't got the Koofy music right now. I ain't got no Koofy. But he spent all his money. Like, he should be out the game, chilling, smoking, skateboarding, falling off that joint. You know what I'm saying? I think this is like, hey, he's almost like on Mary J. Blige status where he gotta go out and get the bread. You know what I'm saying? So, and we want Wayne to be happy, cool. To me, he's like second tier Mount Rushmore, in my opinion. The 2010 Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
He should be kicking his feet up, man. So again, if you can go out and support him, man, go do it. But
salute to
man,
Weezy,
it's
man.
crazy how much Wayne
I mean, if Wayne
kicking
streams, like if he, if he's on like Amazon, like Prime, like some of the other artists have done. If he's like, I mean, even Kendrick did that. He
Carter
streamed
3.
one of his. I'm gonna definitely watch it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as me like going to the show, I need to see who else is gonna be on tour with him, because I've had my fix of Wayne. I feel like I seen dedicated Wayne live.
Yeah, that's crazy.
To me, it don't get no better than that. I know I'm not gonna see a version of Lil Wayne better than that Wayne. This was like in 2005, 2006 ish range when I went to go see Wayne.
So again, you're not alone in those sentiments. So do you feel like even though he's gone as high as he can, do you feel like he can squeeze out at least one more?
Pause.
Are we talking about like one more classic or just one more like
Just
solid album?
well, not an album, just period, but like one more critically acclaimed album. Whether you think it's a classic or whether it's extremely dope but not a classic. Do you think he's got at least one more?
I definitely
do
think
too.
he can.
I agree with TJ. I agree with TJ though. You know what I'm saying?
What did TJ say?
TJ was saying Wayne shouldn't have to keep dropping it. He should have invested enough to where he can sit back
absolutely.
and chill.
I mean, Wayne,
but again, when you're not getting no check from Baby, you know what I'm saying? Baby spending your money on Tony Braxton and bull. Like, come on,
at
man.
this point, Wayne is a legend. He's done enough to garner respect. He's done enough to garner respect in hip hop to where
absolutely
he don't need to drop nothing.
Has Wayne got his flowers, in your opinion?
Yeah,
he has, man.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these young rappers have said that Wayne is their GOAT.
Wow, yeah.
Power 700, aka 700 Club, says he thinks Wayne peaked by mid 2014.
I would even say earlier than that.
Earlier than that, yeah.
I would say earlier than that, Power.
Yeah.
Lollipop bull, you know.
I'm not mad at the 2014 joint, but I think he popped earlier than that.
We do this with Miss Gladys.
Miss Gladys.
Shout out to Low
Douglas. Facts. Yeah, no, facts, man. Like, Michael's saying he's not really a fan of Wayne like that, and I get it. But to me, Wayne has so much of a cultural impact for those 10 years. That 10-year run that he had, you gotta respect it, man.
Like him or not.
He's like that Steph. He's like that Steph Curry, man.
He changed the game up, man. He definitely should be paid, but he comes from a time where artists had horrible management contracts. Facts.
Yeah,
he still got him like that. You know,
he was a kid too. You know, when he
and you got to think, man.
And
like
you got to kiss baby too.
When BG and stop it. You just messed up my whole thought process, bro. You messed up my whole thought process. I can't even get it out, man. I can't even get it out.
Damn you, Iceberg.
So this thing, I got on Wayne pause because of J Camp. We was all in college. J Camp brought in the Cash Money, man. Changed the whole game.
And Hot Boys, man.
Question: remember when Wayne had the opportunity to go to Def Jam and Jay? Would he be in this situation now if he was with Jay?
Nope.
Dang.
Nope. He did the right thing, man. You gotta think. He carried Cash Money.
He did.
June.
And he brought in Wayne and Nicki. I mean, he brought in Drake and Nicki.
But even before that, though, when Juve and BG and Turk left, I mean, Cash Money had eclipsed No Limit. We never thought that was gonna happen.
Right. And Juvie was that dude.
Kissing baby to lap dances from Nicki, Doc.
And also Wayne completely blew up the mixtape circuit.
He did.
Completely blew it out of water. Completely blew it out of water.
Hold up, man. Can y'all drop a bomb, a virtual bomb for Devon? He said Wayne is an artist.
Absolutely.
Drake is an entertainer.
Because and this is how much we respect Wayne. Wayne, even though he's not dropping at times what we want him to drop, he ain't dropping the BS that Drake is doing.
Nah, yeah,
he's never stooped
Drake
that low.
is dropping straight turds right now.
He's never stooped that low at all.
Miss Douglas said he peaked when I was 6.
Stop
it. Stop. We gotta get it.
Well, she did say she's 26 though. She got me feeling old. So she might be right. She might be right. Real talk. He may have peaked when she was 6.
I got rollies on my wrist on that Cash Money Millionaires joint. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Yeah. Man saying Fred J. Camp. Now they get it. Dude, this thing, let's be clear. He coined the bling bling joint. Let's stop, man.
He did.
You know what I'm saying?
He even got that boy in a dictionary. Who does that?
Man, when you think about how many trends like Juve and them set.
Yeah. It's disrespectful not to have him in that 52 on the
Don't make me spit this out again.
Juve is nice, bro.
Speaking of somebody coining them phrases, man, we gotta talk about that. Hannibal Kales, man. We gotta talk about Hannibal. He's
man. You ugly for that picture.
Very ugly. Very ugly.
Woo, yeah.
With both Hannibals on each side.
Come on, you gotta have both of them handies, dog.
And then with that Bone Thugs and Harmony pose.
Boom, 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 boom. Tell me what you're going to do. He's trying to get out of jail. That's what he's trying to do. Hold up, man. Check this out, though.
This morning, singer R. Kelly is no longer a defendant in the Cook County criminal justice system. State's attorney Kim Foxx officially dropped sex abuse charges against him today. Fox
looking like Cookie Monster.
32's Joni Lund reports.
R. Kelly's attorneys say their plea state charges were dropped against him. The state case against R. Kelly is over.
R. Kelly got that back hairline going though too.
In the Cook County Criminal Court building again. State's attorney Kim Foxx announced Monday her office would not pursue state charges, even though she had urged victims and witnesses to come forward.
Which basically means you ain't got nobody to even tell on the dude. So anybody that was on that TV show that survived on R. Kelly joint, they ain't going on they're not going in trial for that joint.
The documentary Surviving R. Kelly came out, in which victims gave details of
who is this nigga with the dreads?
Sexual assault, abuse, and predatory behavior. Kelly was convicted and sentenced to 30 years in a New York federal case.
What's he
He's
got
being
on?
held in Chicago at the federal prison.
Look at that
Mr.
bubble.
Kelly continues to struggle in the MCC because of his status. He is a target for a number of things. A, he's a target for violence. He's already been assaulted.
I likes you.
I won't you. Okay, there go Cookie. There go Cookie right here.
Continue to expend our limited resources in court.
Who cut her hair?
With the indictments that we previously charged.
Cookie.
State's Attorney Fox said she informed.
Long story short, okay, so they basically saying we dropping all the charges in Cook County, which is Chicago. You know, shout out to everybody in Chicago holding us down, man.
Shout out to the Shy.
Shout out Shy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jay, man. Jay, Dr. Reverend Silverthorne, man. It's from the Go. Question. Okay, let's take. First of all the Aaliyah stuff, he beat that case. You know what I'm saying? So this is a whole bunch of like, I had a girl, she was with me, quote unquote. They said it was trafficking, and so they got him off some that. But he really got hit up on the public perception with that Surviving R. Kelly. He looked bad on that joint. I don't care what nobody said.
And that Gayle King.
And that Gayle King. And he had them, and whoever he was with, they was thick. Who them two little girls, they was sticky. But
you said it right, the little girls.
Yeah, them girls. I'm not them whatever them ones joined, whatever them girls were. But long story short, I mean, he served a year for that, not for the Orlando or the New York swag. Shouldn't he get any kind of restitution for staying in there for the year or two he's been in there? They just dropping charges. Shouldn't he be out? Shouldn't they move him to Florida if he's got hit up for the Florida joint? Shouldn't they move him to Florida? Because shouldn't he be out of Chicago jail right now?
I mean, what Bob Kelly has done,
salute.
I don't see how you can talk restitution. I mean, I get it. Like his charges were dropped, but he's done some things that won't get you into heaven. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, some of the things that he done. So
Miss Lowe eating right. Miss Lowe's eating tonight. Pause.
She's eating. I mean, she's got her kufi on right now.
She got the kufi on.
She
got her kufi on too.
I mean, salute to him for being free in that situation. But as far, stop it, Carmen. But as far as this dude getting restitution, nah, little buddy. Like you been
man say sick.
Yeah, you don't get no restitution, my G. You need to be in there with Fleece. Like you've done enough for Fleece. You should be in the same cell with Fleece Johnson all day.
Yep.
Devon saying the system got him in a cobra clutch.
Man,
is that booty warrior?
If you're not a nasty individual, if you just live your life the way it's supposed to be lived, you know.
Miss LB said it's
a remix to conviction.
Got a rollie and Roger.
Got my cheeks in the kitchen.
And it goes
got the cheeks in the two. Let me get that beep. Hey, Bebo. Hey man, you know I'm an R. Kelly.
Man.
Musically, I'm an R. Kelly fan. I still play R. Kelly music.
You are R. Kelly fan though. You one of them. Like you would be mad if they stripped his music from any.
I got it downloaded already. I got all my R. Kelly. Drinks in the air. That song he did with Keith Murray. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for them ladies that was there that night.
Man,
Keith Murray and Kels, they was wild.
You be smashing the Kels too. Just
oh my god.
Keith and the Kels.
Keith and Kels. But Bebo, Hannibal Kels, man, he's out here. They said he's already having issues, man. Shout out to Soulmatic up in here, man. You know, it ain't no show unless Soulmatic come through. Before you go in, Bebo, he's saying, damn, I dropped in time for the Pop Piper segment. What up, fellas?
Hype.
Question to Soulmatic and everybody up in here, man. Is Kels ever going to get out? I'm asking for a friend. You know what I'm saying?
With your bail money, he might. I mean, you never know.
Hey, Iceberg got it.
I'm not so sure if Kels are gonna see that daylight, Iceberg, anytime soon, man. Because, as already mentioned, he's still facing the possibility of having to serve decades and lock up from out of state charges as well. He and his lawyer.
I agree, man. I shouldn't be laughing at what Madden said, but yeah, 100%.
Man. Kels and his lawyer, they need more news such as, what just got announced recently, in relation to the Cook County charges and whatnot. Between now and the 23rd of this month, or here in February, because that's a stretch too, y'all. I think one thing's for sure, it seems like his lawyers are fighting for his freedom, or at least a significant reduction of his sentencing. But again, it's a stretch.
I mean, what's in it for them? Because I can't see them getting too much coin.
Man, Soul Mac gonna come in here and go crazy. He's saying the good thing about R. Kelly is he slowed down at school songs.
Yeah, that's bubbly right there.
Yo, bubbly.
The Soulmatic with that.
He came in with hey, that's the quote of the night.
Man. I wish we had the AK. I wish we had the AK for him. That's basically what that was. Just lit R. Kelly's ass all the way up.
Nah, he's going to the upper room for prison, man. Come on, man.
He gonna be in there.
I ain't gonna lie. Since Keith Murray back in the spotlight, I added that back. Man, come on, man. Mike Brown with me. You know what I'm saying? He's still bumping the R. Kelly. He said he added that Home Alone, man. Come on, man. Yeah, he did murder that beat.
I bet you listening. I bet that's a headphone joint though, Mike. You know you ain't letting nobody else listen.
Oh, shout out to Kenya.
Shout out to Kenya in the building. Absolutely. What's going down? Absolutely. We need an Airbnb over there. R. Kelly is a star. He should stop this shit and get a second. Hey, man, a lot of people feel the same way, man, that he should get a second chance. I feel that way.
I wish there was a fart sound.
Right.
Just off that right there.
Okay. Know. Yeah, man. Devon saying public perception is meaningful. He doesn't have the gift of gab to change. And that's the problem. To me, most people would have said, yo, remember when he did that, he went to Africa and was like, get your shots and come to America. He was doing that little Bebo P dance, man, going all through all the women over there in Bebo, man.
And I forgot he didn't go to school.
Yeah, so the question is, man, is like, again, and Mike said it, man. Let me go with what Mike said. Mike basically said that no. Hold on. What was that, Mike?
Yeah. Stick to that one right there.
No, Mike said basically he said they basically just saving resources and time. Kells is legally already in a jurisdiction, and he would never see the streets again.
Mm-hmm. I definitely won't be surprised that when it comes to prosecutors. Most prosecutors don't play. If they like you and they want you.
I like you and I want you. Mike Brown said he definitely playing the Kells with the windows rolled up.
Salute to Mike though, man. Salute to Mike. It's a bunch of cats doing the same thing.
Hey man. A girl saying, "Who cares if the man is a star? He's mental issues and abuses people." At what the F fact?
Right.
This thing, man. Fact. You can't not. And this is the thing. We was talking about this. We was talking about this with a Puff Daddy video this week. I'ma just you can't say Puff without talking about the other stuff. You can't say the good stuff he did without saying the bad stuff that he did, right? Same thing with Kells, you know what I'm saying? You can't say, "Oh, Kells is the greatest male R&B singer ever."
Went in on somebody about that.
Man, you know what I'm saying? But the whole thing of it is a lot of artists are like that, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to do the good and bad, correct?
Facts.
So salute, man. He had mental issues, man, and abused people. So the same thing I'm saying with Puff. You know what I'm saying? He abused a lot of cats too, man. He's still putting people in a hot tub. I wish I had my sound effects. I'll play the hot tub sound effect. But shout out to our girl in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out, Ollie.
Lawyers are copping them big.
If this is our last show, then y'all know why.
Cancel those guys. Madden saying, or someone can't read and write, he sure can't create a song, man.
That's what I'm saying, Madden. He didn't even go to school.
Yeah,
he skipped school.
Touch 182 Day One Club is in the building. There's both sides to Puff. You know what I'm saying? And Touch, we got the dance joint for you, man. Hold up, we got that Bebo dance. You know what I'm saying? That's how he goes in. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Touch wildin'. You was wildin' for that comment, bro.
They be dancing with them folks in Bangalore.
Man, I was trying to do that. Trying to get my Dubai ticket for that Renaissance.
Yeah.
Stop hating.
Again, it's Black History Month, man, and it's sad that some of these topics are popping up, man, because again, some of these dudes are great cats. And then we're gonna talk about this too with the Tyre situation, man. There's a other side to certain people, man. You know, it's crazy, and that's the sad part sometimes about our culture, man. Is you got one on both shoulders, man. So Pyre saying iceberg, don't forget the Girl Scout cookies, dog. Man, where my sound effects, man? Come on, nothing Girl Scout cookies, man.
Man, you must have did that Mac update and lost your sound, bro.
Nah, man, StreamYard tripping, man. So they playing. Touch is saying Keith Murray raps like he's mad dinner ain't ready. Yeah, facts, man. But you go back and listen to Keith, to some Keith Murray, man. He's serious, man.
Oh yeah,
he's top,
oh
man,
yeah.
in my opinion, man.
Oh, absolutely, man. Especially on that Death Squad, he killed.
Yeah,
but this has been a crazy situation. We want to talk about it Saturday, but Jay Kent wasn't here, so we want to talk about this when Jay Kent was here. And we got to talk about our guy, man. Rest in peace, Tyre Nichols. If you don't know, you've been under a rock, man. He was deleted by 5 black officers. This is a black man in Memphis. Shout out to Memphis. Shout out to Miss Allen. We've been talking about Memphis all day.
Absolutely.
And it was crazy when it happened last week. Then they came out with the footage. It was crazy. To me, in my opinion, it's worse than the Rodney King situation, because Rodney King got to go home. Let's be clear, with all the situation that was going on in that thing, he got to go home, but Tyre didn't. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing now that at first it was 5 black men. Then they started bringing in the fire department cast, the EMTs. There was another guy, another gentleman that wasn't black, that they finally got him. They basically like suspended him, and then finally after a while they fired him. And then you have the police chief, which is CJ Davis. She basically was trying to talk before the video came out to kind of distance herself and make them the monsters by themselves. And this is almost like some Training Day kind of stuff where they came in the house, popped dude, and then made the story up. And the homie was like, Hoyt was like, hold on, I ain't with this. You know what I'm saying? Jay Kent, what was just that Hoyt? What was your initial reaction, man, just to the story, but also the video, and then also how it's basically just caused a lot of friction, man, in our community?
Yeah, man. My initial reaction is exactly what you said, man. It was rough, man. I couldn't even watch the video. I watched maybe like 15 seconds of it, but I knew how that was going to end, and there was no point in me really even watching that, man. Seeing a defenseless brother like that just being beat senseless, man. It's not only unacceptable, but it's just something that should not still be happening in our society. You know what I'm saying? From routine
facts, myself,
what we think is a routine traffic stop that turned out to be, you know, this man ain't here. You know what I'm saying? And you got 5 other cats, man, who's able to walk away from that, regardless if they was fired, regardless if they're gonna face charges. They still got to walk away from that, and they can still walk this earth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, slow to resuscitate, slow to call paramedics. Like, it was just senseless, man. And you know, it just goes to show that regardless of what color you are, there's people within law enforcement who don't need to be in law enforcement. Just like same thing with the military. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got gang members in the military, you got goons in the daggone law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? You got people who don't deserve to be in that position, man. And this is kind of where we are today, where people don't know how to civilly de-escalate situations, and they just don't know how to communicate, man. So communication gaps just all throughout the community. And then when you just got people who's just not prepared for these situations and unqualified. I was shocked to see how long some of those guys have been police officers.
Basically, yeah.
You've been a police officer that long, man. This ain't how you should be rolling.
And it also shows that they've been doing it for a long time.
They've been doing it for a long time.
The way they policing, they've been doing it. If you call it police, they've been doing it for a long time.
This is normal. And if anybody who is from that type of community. You know how it is when you get pulled over. Every time I got pulled over when I was 18, 19, 20, it was a situation. Had to get out the whip. Didn't have nothing in there. So I would think that these cats would be able to recognize that. But again, unprepared, man. It just seemed it ain't right, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't sit right with me. And we just still need answers. I'm glad they fired the police chief or whatever position that she held. Because trying to back out of the situation and put all the blame on them, nah, you got to be held accountable. Those are the people you putting out in the streets. They are supposed to protect and serve, and they're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just an ugly situation, man. I couldn't watch that footage.
Well, and let's be clear. In the footage, it starts off with, and I'm not talking about gruesome stuff. I'm just talking about the traffic stop. First of all, let's be clear. This is the task force that does drug dealing, goes to find like major crimes kind of stuff in the hood. Scorpion. They do a traffic stop Tyre, and just yank him out the car.
Just yanked him out.
They didn't ask for no license. They didn't ask for who you were. It just basically pops up in the edited video, just shows them literally drag him out the car by his shoulders, and then it goes to town. So to me, when they said, oh, he fled, so when that happened, he fled. To me, I don't see him fled for police. I think he understood that, hey, I'm going to lose my life. I got to get out of here. I'm scared. So it's not running from the police. I'm running from somebody assaulting me. This ain't no cop stuff, because cops would have asked me for my license. So again, that's when all the violence starts. So to me, it is personal, in my opinion, that Miss LB is saying, so Maddie, before you go in, Bebo is saying, well said, J. Camp, de-escalation isn't the priority when it should be. It's like the authorities and law enforcement just want to inflict pain and suffering.
Man.
Facts. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like in our communities, there is no, let me see your license registration. Now they making you step out the whip off top. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I gotta come out of my vehicle, man. If it's a search, say it's a search, and ask me for my registration, my license, all that. But that's the way we've been treated for so long. And to see these brothers do the same thing when I know they from the same areas, the same streets we from, that's what's disheartening too, man. And the fact that they treated this man, Tyre, like that, it's unacceptable, man. And to me, I mean, they should be, sent to the worst prisons for that, man. You killed a man for nothing, basically. Abuse of power. Why? For what? Like you said, Iceberg, them dudes have been doing this. This ain't the first time. This ain't the first time. And I get it. Law enforcement is not an easy gig, especially when you're in those type of situations. You with those units, you patrolling those streets. I get that. But at the end of the day, you have a responsibility as a human being to respect life. And that was not done in this situation at all.
And like Power saying, man, these dudes were young, 32
young,
down,
man. Like
young
that's
dudes.
just with a future, and threw it away for being stupid.
Bebo, what you thinking, man?
When people heard F the police from NWA, back in the same year, crack was introduced in our hoods like in a major way during the Reagan era of 88. The status quo went like absolutely bazonkadoodles. They went nuts, as well as every police officer, dang near every police officer in America when that song came out. And all because those brothers in NWA just spoke out boldly about the mistreatment of crooked cops toward Black communities from the law. I mean, everybody was outraged at the time. Until now, people, even though there's still some, side eyes about the song, it makes more sense to people. I just think it's more understood, even the part where Ice Cube's line goes, or at least a portion of it goes, because they'll swarm you down to the street top, Black police showing out for the white cop. And of course, like Iceberg said, this is worse than the Rodney King, because Rodney King, even though he was badly injured, he got to see another day.
You got to go home.
Whereas Tyre Nichols, sadly didn't.
Yeah.
And this is not like, this is an aha moment for some people, but for those of us who know, this has been going on at least since around the 60s during the civil rights era. It's a systemic matter. I mean, this is, Scorpion's definitely not the first. Even when Iceberg mentioned the example of Training Day, with busting in the crib and getting them for the I think the money and the that type of stuff. And by the way, you mentioned CJ, the police chief, being the head of this unit that's now disbanded Scorpion. She was a police chief in an ATL with a similar unit called Red Dogs.
Facts.
And
protecting people back then too.
I know they started in
allegedly.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned allegedly, because they started like in 87 and they disbanded in 2011 over accusations of excessive force and police brutality.
Yeah.
So, and mind you,
all those task force.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yep. TNT, stress.
They're taught to do that.
Crash, dart. I mean, this has been going on since the 60s. Even the New York Street Crime Unit that started in the 70s until they disbanded in like 2002 for racial profiling. So again, it's the infrastructure. It's not just about the five guys, which again, they, as mentioned already, they should be rotting under the jail. But this is just a sad situation, and we're gonna have to keep our eyes on things as ongoing developments.
Well, and this is the thing. What Touch is saying is facts. These were the elite officers, the best of the best. So this, to me, ties into the leadership aspect role of it.
Yes.
With CJ Davis.
Yes.
Also having some issues down in Atlanta. And J. Kim says she was basically fired down there. She hasn't been fired in Memphis yet. But to me, and we salute all our black women in all positions of leadership. I know Jason Whitlock has said something about this being a baby mama culture. I think what he's saying, or how I took it is, you're looking at a fatherless generation. I'm 40 plus, and you're looking at cats that are 32 and down. Most of those cats grew up in a home where there was no discipline or structure. So then you see how some of these guys are almost bred to be attack dogs. You know what I'm saying? So again, like most what Miss LB was saying, we heard the false thing. Well, we heard situations saying that they knew that it was personal. We don't know that yet, but at the end of the day, these officers should know better than to do these things. They know they got their cam on. So if they're doing that with their cam on, that means they gotta know they've done this before.
They have. I mean, take Demetrius Haley for example. One of the five. He was a corrections officer, and he got accused of beating an inmate down when he was a CO along with another fellow CO, to the point where that dude who was an inmate, either at the time, I don't know if he still is, he's going to have pain for the rest of his life. And even in his ear, because when he got beat, his face got, smashed in the sink. And when he woke up, he had some, leaking out of his ear, and he's got permanent ear damage. But the judge at the time, back in 2015 or 16, just let it go. And then, from there, Demetrius became, a police officer from a CEO. So I'm just stating that as an example of several, I'm sure, in this instance and many others, that it's rooted. This is a deeply rooted issue.
Michael Brown, basically, Jason Whitlock was basically saying that the black on black crime, the five guys basically attacking this other black man, stems from, he said, baby mama culture, which basically was saying that black women are raising black men. I took it as we have a fatherless generation now, and so you don't learn those things that our pops. I'm 40 years old, man. Even though my pops wasn't around, I had dudes from the church. I had my OGs. I had my guys when I met Bebo and Jay Kemp. They schooled me on a lot of things. So you don't have that interaction anymore. People playing video games and staying at home now with Mom Dukes. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what he's saying, but I don't think that's true. I think we do have it. Like if it was white cops and they killed a black man, we would say, hey, what's the systemic reasons why they killed a black dude? And there's reasons for that.
Yeah.
So my thing is, hey, if you got 5 black officers, best of the best, just like Touch said, what makes them kill another black man? You know what I'm saying? What's the systemic things that caused the death of this dude?
I guess my thing was on that iceberg, and I'm glad you took it that way. You know what I'm saying? But he should have presented his use case as eloquently as you did, because he mentioned single black women when there's been white males who have shot up schools and and done everything else that came from a single parent home. So my thing is, you can't just single one sector and say, oh, it's because you're raised by a single black woman. To me, when he made that point, it was going to fall on deaf ears automatically. But how you took it it should have been the proper way that he explained it. Because you went macro and said black on black crime, whereas he went macro and said single black women, which it automatically turned people off. You know what I'm saying?
Even if you had a point, it makes people just stop listening to you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it just kills every argument that you have, which is, hey, let's look at some of our culture. Is our culture messed up?
Of course.
Yeah, because they're pushing crazy stuff. And like I said, Sierra came out and put out had a tweet and said that she was against it and that Jason was off color, which he was. But to me, I think, even on the Sierra situation, hey man, you're twerking on a bus in a cheerleader uniform, a high school cheerleader uniform. This is some of the stuff that he may be talking about where, how can you call, first of all, everybody be clowning your husband. You never one time ever give him any masculinity and say, yo, this is my husband. Y'all quit hating on my husband. But then you want to come out with Jason Black, and let's be clear, hit dogs holler. You know what I'm saying? So again, this is an opportunity to me, like with any bad situation, there's an opportunity to learn and grow so it never happens again.
Yeah.
And let's be clear, this same kind of task force did the same thing with Breonna Taylor. You know what I'm saying? When they came in and they lied about them, her getting packages from D-Boys and stuff. They went in there and just popped her, and then they lied about it until that footage came out. So again, and let's be clear, like what did Breonna get about? Her family got about 12.
Her family got like 10 million, something like that.
10 mil. What did George Floyd's family get, about 20?
Something like that.
Imagine if what we hear is true, and there was some personal things to it. Imagine the dollar amount. And I'm not talking about just money. We're not just talking about money. There's a life involved. But how much this financially affects the city. You know what I'm saying? Because you got these people wilding out. And again, the police chief is basically trying to distance herself from it instead of saying, hey, we're going to work on it. They already disbanded the group. So how you disband the group already? You don't want nobody talking? You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's all they already trying to do it. We saw Al Sharpton with his hairline going back, and we saw Kamala Harris with her knee pads on already at the funeral.
Stop it. With them Chucks.
With them Chuck Taylors and her pearls on. We already saw them. Everybody's trying to politicize this. We saw Trump talking about he's going to start his campaign off this situation. What do you guys think about the politicizing this situation instead of basically focusing on how do we fix it?
And that's the sad part, because we knew people were going to weaponize it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was already started by Whitlock when he chose the platform that he went on. So that's another thing, people. Always be careful what platform you choose to speak on cultures. Now, if he would have came to Fresh Out and said that, but Iceberg could have corrected him and said, well, the way I took it from your family is this way. Then we could have you know what I'm saying? But nah, you went on Fox News, player, on that show and did that. But anyhow, we knew the politicians was going to weaponize this for their political gain. I mean, Trump needs anything he can use to get back in the building, because he don't want old DeSantis to come through and clip him, which that's what it's looking like right now. But, Kamala needs press. You know what I'm saying? She's been playing the background with old boy, with them.
Kamala Inhofe.
with those classified docs. ending up in his garage and doghouse, anywhere else they was found. But man, they all need positive press, and this is that one situation where they can use a lost life, black life at that. You notice how they use us for political power. Funny how they do that, but we knew that was coming. Bebo P, I know you got your kufi on. Go ahead, my G.
Well, before Bebo, you go in. Of course, they try to like already push out like the guys. Well, let's put out the video. Let's sensationalize this video and how violent it is. But to me, there's a systematic situation
that won't be addressed.
That won't be addressed. So they'll just say, "Oh yeah, we put him in jail. We got it's open and shut case." But it's a systematic thing, man. That needs to get fixed, man. Bebo, what's your thoughts just on what we've been talking about?
On that note, one of the other things that I think that needs to be addressed is the economic deprivation that's running rampant in cities such as Memphis. Because if you've been there, then you'll know that low income circumstances and poverty is just running just rampant all throughout there. J Camp, we can't hear you, brother.
My bad. I was saying every business is closing as well.
Yeah. A lot of businesses are closing. I know it is sad because I used to work for FedEx third shift like many years ago, and I believe that if I'm not mistaken, I think that the main hub or one of the main hubs of FedEx is out
in
there.
Memphis.
Yeah. So I say that because you would think that the jobs would be there for like most people there. And shout out to Darren Harris for the contribution,
for the $10 show sponsor right now.
Yeah, show sponsor tonight. Darren said, hopefully Fresh Out's top 50 is better than Billboard's top 50.
It's gonna be better than that.
Absolutely,
Facts.
But it's just sad that there's economic deprivation, given the fact that you have such a magnanimous business that's been around for forever by way of FedEx and others. It's a transportation location.
Where's Fred Smith?
And
that's Fred Smith's employee.
Yeah. And to answer your question about the politicians iceberg or the political situation, it's sad to see the same. It's sad to know that when you see the same usual suspects, that something is going to get politicized and focused more so than what the words that need to be heard by way of the gospel and by way of, or at least the gospel in the way that it should be presented without some ulterior motive in a circumstance such as a church. Of course, if you're in a mosque or synagogue, accordingly, what's said is needs to be said is said in those regards. But still, it's the last thing that needs to be done is talking about reform. Talking about what did Al say? That informant. He said something about I'm a mountain climber. I've heard that a few times, and I'm like, it's not about you.
Yeah, it's not about you, bro.
It's not about the reform, Kamala.
Stop it.
It's about the loss of a life.
Personal agendas, like Darren saying.
Yeah, absolutely, Darren. They always use situations like that, and it's rarely good situation to see whenever we see something like that take place.
The same thing with Floyd,
left or right side,
whatever side you're on. And the same thing with Breonna Taylor, which was more left than right, but still, my point is, you have the same faces, the same political faces that came out in all of those situations, and also trying to placate on the young vote, to kind of get them, hey, we riding with you, we protesting too, we'll,
Well, this thing,
and then once we start burning cities down, when they like, well, wait a minute now.
Well, we knew we was gonna see old up Henny Crump. We knew we was gonna see him. We knew we was gonna see Kamala. We knew we was gonna see Al Sharpton.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We knew that Biden was gonna put out a statement. He wasn't gonna go there.
Bilbo. No,
Bilbo.
He been like.
And shout out to Miss LB on the new membership, man. Salute to you, man.
Salute,
man. Miss LB.
We gotta put the LB, Miss LB lean on that one.
Man.
That's our sister and rhyme right there.
Let me ask you guys this question, and I'll help to answer it with y'all. Yeah, salute to Miss LB. What do you all feel like what do you all feel as if will present as a solution from this continuing to happen on an ongoing basis, whether it's reported or not. And yes, rest in peace, Ahmaud Arbery. Yeah, absolutely.
Facts.
What do you guys feel like the best solutions would be? And you guys can answer out there too, but I have some thoughts, but I'd like to hear what y'all would say.
It has to be more than accountability of those who did the act, BOP. It has to come from top down.
Yeah.
So because we keep seeing the same leadership get recycled.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes down to local police. It keeps getting, and also this reemphasizes the importance of voting locally.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's just about, you know, the
sidewalks and streets and getting new pavement.
It's not about that. A lot of times you got judges, you got police chiefs that's on the ballot. It's so important, man, to do your homework, because those are the people that really impact your community. It's the folks that who get slipped in there. So if you let you know, what's Chief Quimby in there, you know what I'm saying, when he really ain't trying to let Gadget do his thing. Those are the guys who's gonna let the streets get terrorized. And you see, you know, the senseless acts that they're doing. So it starts from top down, man. We need accountability, not just from the cast who's doing the act, but from the folks who's actually getting put in charge, who's actually coaching. When I say coach, I'm talking about you know, you're having seminars. It's not like police officers just walk out. No, they actually get trained. So you got to go to your seminars. You got to do you meet the mayor. You know, he's giving you the rundown of, you know, neighborhood X is where I want you guys to focus on. You know, just doing that type of homework, because that's really the people that's terrorizing the community.
You know what, real quick.
Well, hold on.
Go ahead, Bebo.
Go ahead, Bebo. Go ahead.
I was just going to say real quick that one of the three things I thought about is ties into what J Camp said. And shout out to you, Darren. We saw what you stated about getting your passport and exploring, you know, opportunities of business and other, you know, regards and such. But yeah, shout out to you for that. But to tie into what J Camp said about voting locally for specific reasons, I was thinking something very synonymous, in that we need city officials and hiring officers, police officers at the academy that the Black streets chose, like the community choose, not a vetting process. I do believe that there are reparations that are in order, given the economic deprivation that's been going on there in Memphis. And we gotta have qualified immunity eliminated too, because a lot of these officers are committing atrocious acts and then they're getting off scot-free from it. And if you start to take away their pensions for messing with somebody in the community of just a significant and horrendous nature, that'll help straighten some folks out. But
so you're saying a tiering system, Bebo P, is what I'm hearing you say, like penalty tiering system.
Yes, so a penalty situation. Yeah, I mean, don't other groups have it? So, you know, I think it's needed in situations like this. But Iceberg, I know you were going to say something earlier.
Well, Ola, I don't know how she said it, but she's saying they barely get trained and tested. You got more training on a massage therapist than a police officer.
Man,
first of all, shout out. Straight Koofy. Shout out to Diamond Brown in the building. She's saying she's from Richmond, Virginia, holding it down.
Man,
she's also saying you
that's why I was born
support the community, man, 100%.
Born in Richmond, Virginia.
But
Richmond all day.
Our guy, man, Soulmatic and the color casting in the group chat, man. I know they watch The Wire. We know in The Wire, man, it's a TV show, but it's based off real things.
Yep.
How the brass had a couple things going on, and they didn't even know what was going on street levels. To me, I think the Scorpion division. They try to get rid of it real quick because they didn't really want people to know it even existed. You know what I'm saying? Other than maybe like, oh, it's here to help the community. But, hey, man, you really terrorizing the community.
Yeah.
Because we also understand, man, you got to shake things up to get things done. But the question is, to me, what Jay Camp said as far as leadership and training, this thing needs to be blown up from the top down. You know what I'm saying?
That too.
Old girl needs to get fired, number one. I don't care who she's married to and all this other stuff. That she needs to go. You need to start with a new person, new training, so you understand what's going on. Because to me, this is an opportunity that you can basically set this up where you can create a model and you can basically duplicate that in other cities that are predominantly underprivileged, you know what I'm saying, and have a lower class of lower income of cats, man, and they need the right policing, man. You can't police us. You can't police us the same way you do the suburbs. Let's be 100.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to have people that are from the community, that love the community and care about the community, like Miss Brown was saying, man. You gotta be tapped into the community. So again, I think it needs to be torn down from the top down. Use this opportunity, man, to look at the systematic situations that are going on in a city like Memphis, Atlanta, Baltimore, DC, and start basically doing things more where they're more communal. I've been seeing more officers with it's a male officer and a female officer. I saw a video today where a woman tried to play a guy and said, I got to use the bathroom, but you're a guy, so I got to do it. And she ran off. But there's a female officer there, so she couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So to me, you have to have something where there's some psychological things going on and not always just physically policing, but there's some community points involved first. You know what I'm saying? Get community outreach, man, that's involved with policing, man, and not just let's beat them with a baton. You know what I'm saying? The other thing I wanted to ask you guys too is Mike Brown said he's surprised that Black Lives Matter hasn't been coming out. Man, that's kind of funny that they haven't came out. They've been quiet. Shout out to Mike Brown.
They have so much mud on their name though that I don't know if they can.
They've been getting exposed. And the crazy thing is, like when BLM first started,
Tamika Mallory,
it seemed to be genuine.
Yeah,
but then it became, a money grab. But I agree with Mike Brown on that one.
Well, the other thing too is like what Devon was saying. He encouraged everybody to get a passport, man. Check out business opportunities. To me, you need to go out and almost be the prodigal son. If you don't on your Bible swag, get on your prodigal son, where you basically go out, learn some things, and bring it back to your community, man. Because even if you're not, doing things hands on, your money opportunity. Like if you're not making money, I think BOP always says this with Claude Anderson. If you don't have a way to make money, man, you're gonna do silly stuff, man. That gets you kind of caught up in these things where they think we need a scorpion to basically police the neighborhood when you really don't need that. You just need business opportunities and a way to make money for your family.
Yeah, because when there's no economic or asset related resources, what does that lead to?
Zero incentive.
Crime.
There's zero incentive.
Yeah, and then crime leads to scorpions. Yeah. Absolutely. And shout out to by the way, to Judge Joe Brown out there. I know he's I believe he's running for mayor out there. And I'm not saying this as a political statement. I'm just saying, I'm just saying just salute to Judge Joe Brown for his contributions overall. Out that way and in general. So Trey Stewart, we see what's happening.
In the building saying preach over
what's
there,
man.
Trey? That Reverend Bebo, man, and that Deacon J Camp. Yeah, facts, man. But again, like I said, man, this is just a sad situation. But I think to me, this has to stop. This has to be the last situation where, again, somebody's using, and this is just my opinion. Allegedly, they're using resources from the police department to do personal things, and I think this is just a bad situation, man. What's you guys' thoughts, man? Before we get up out of here, we've been here for an hour and 40. Gave y'all that 140 piece. What's your thoughts, man, before we get up out of here, man?
Real quick before you go in, J Camp, condolences to Tyre Nichols' family and loved ones. That's all I wanted to just interject before we cut that off. So go ahead, J Camp.
And first of all, Miss Devon saying shout out to Miss LB and her language.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't tell nobody
about them Ohio cakes. You know what I'm saying?
All right, don't tell nobody about that. I mean,
iceberg.
You know what I'm saying? That old and
man, I think so many people in the chat and this panel just has so many great ideas and compassion for ultimately what we face. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, unfortunately, policing in our community, man. So it definitely needs change. It needs reform. We know that. There's a way. I think Iceberg said just blow it all up and start over. I mean, at some point we're having repeat things happening over and over and over and over and over again. So we probably just need to go ahead and just blow it up and start over, man. Get some fresh brains in, get some another set of eyes who understands, like Iceberg said, and like so many other people said in the chat. You got to be connected to the community. You got to understand what we go through. Bebo P said, touch us financially. Give us some financial incentives. You know what I'm saying? Like, help us build from the ground up in our own community. If you give us opportunities, we won't be out here needing to, pillage. It's the best way to say it, because you got dudes that's out here needing to eat. You got every single technology company in corporate America cutting 11% of the workforce. I mean, a lot of people are being impacted worldwide.
Facts, man. That's real. We in a recession. They're not saying
we in a real recession, and it's not being talked about enough. And these are the systematic issues that happen from recessions.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So again, not making an excuse for Tyre losing his life, but there's a lot of things that factor into what's going on. But we ultimately need to have people connected to the community who understand things, or who's not just going to be blindly beating unprotected black men up. I mean, let's just be all the way real with that, man. But salute to the chat. Salute to you, brothers, man. I'm gonna let Bebo P take it home.
Actually, I think you said everything that needed to be said in my humble viewpoint. The only thing I would add is just this is one of gazillion reasons why we say to be safe as best as can be. Otherwise, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. God bless you. If you haven't, hit that like and subscribe button, notification bell. By the way, I know the story's extra fresh, but there was a similar situation, maybe not the exact same, of an amputee that recently got deleted somewhere out in Cali. So we definitely want to give our condolences to the family of that individual as well. But yeah, just, we appreciate y'all. Definitely stay safe. Do whatever you can in order to build up your families, build up your resources in these very interesting times that we're in, regardless of how you
stay
look
above
at it.
Water.
Yeah. Do what you can.
This
to
is
keep
the
your head
biggest
above
thing
water.
that
and God bless you.
saying, man. Any of us could have been Tyre, man.
Any of us, man.
Absolutely.
The dude died 100 feet pretty much from his mama's house.
Man,
more or less, yeah.
So,
oh my God, it's awful, man. I mean, it's really hard to talk about, and it's unbelievable to continue to have to talk about this.
And what Bebo P said, man, this is early. We don't really know what really happened. We just see the results of what happened. We don't know what transpired to the situation.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Go ahead.
By the way,
Bebo.
no, just real quick. Don't forget who else got murked out there.
Hold on. And this is where I was going and basically wrapping a bow on it.
Go ahead.
We know in the 60s, man, Martin Luther King lost his life out there too, trying to do the same thing pretty much, man, that we talking about, trying to get wages for the garbage men out there, the trash dudes out there that was driving the sanitation cats. And we still got the same problems going on right now, man. So again, like I said, man, we're about solutions, man, but we got to talk about the culture and what's going on, man.
Yeah.
And it's bigger than hip hop, man. Again, we building a community. That's why we talk about these things over here, man. It's not just music, but again, we got to look at our culture, man, and we're here to fix things and to talk about things. And that's how it starts with our brain trust. And to me, we got the best chat, man. You guys were on fire tonight. We got the best chat in the world, man. We love y'all.
Much love. Appreciate y'all.
Again, this is why we tell y'all, man, please be safe every week. Again, like Darren was saying, man, this could have been any of us or our family members. So please just make sure you're calling everybody, checking on everybody, making sure they're good, man, because again, family is the most important thing, man, and we got to get back to it. And I think that's what the biggest thing is out of this situation, besides Tyre losing his life. And us basically trying to figure out ways to make better policing, man, because we need a police, man. Come on, man. We can't go without them, but we need the right people doing it. You know what I mean? So
rest in peace to Barrett Strong too. He was on that. He was a Motown artist. He did that. Famous for that song "Money." Yeah. So and that really helped to put Motown on the map. Real talk. So I wanted to give condolences to those family members as well. But well said, fellas, and great commentary as always from not only you guys here on the panel, but you guys out there. We appreciate y'all so much. And yeah, Diamond, absolutely support each other respectfully. Treat people like they want to be treated. I mean,
absolutely, man. That's what it's about.
And Carmen said ditto with love, with the heart situation. Miss LB said got love for everybody on the panel in the chat. Please be safe. Absolutely. You know, for those who are here and who's not, you know, tonight. Thank you. And be safe.
Yeah, like I said, man, everybody in the chat, man, we appreciate you, man.
Much love, Michael.
Wednesday,
One
man,
love,
you know,
Mike.
9:30, we
love,
always here, man. So please, man, next Wednesday, get your popcorn, get your food, get your libations, man. Come rock with us. We're going to be here Saturday, too. J. Camp BOP going to bless us with a nice list, hopefully, man.
We got to get that top 50 cracking, man.
We're going to talk about some music, too. But, again, stay safe. If y'all see some comments, y'all see some crazy, DM us, man. We always available, man. We got individual pages, and we got the Fresh Out page on IG, Facebook. You know how it goes down. We always available, man. So reach out to us, man. Don't ever feel like, man, you by yourself. If y'all see a dope lyric, y'all see a dope verse, y'all want to chat, hit us on the FB, hit us on the IG, man. You know how it goes down.
Some family who's MCs, like I said, send them to us.
Or R&B singers, you know. Either or.
Quarter to.
Stop.
we love the music.
Yeah, we love the music. Plus, also, too, man, if you love what we doing, man, hit our website, freshout.com. Miss LB just copped her order, man. Salute to Miss LB.
Appreciate the support.
Again, go check out that freshout.com, man. Get you some merch.
Stop. You so got caught on
we need to make
too,
some lingerie. We need to make some lingerie with Miss LB's face on it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. Not like Lotto, though. Not like Lotto's eBay joints, right?
Man, come on.
Y'all will catch that later.
Drop an email.
I'm dropping an email right now, man. Salute.
And if you haven't yet,
man, hit us up.
Yeah,
man.
hit us up. Yeah, hit the like, subscribe button. It's not too late to cash us outside if you haven't yet. And we got a goal of 2,500 by the end of March as far as the subs is concerned. But
we may not get there, but we're gonna try.
We're gonna try.
Yeah.
You know.
But like I said, we got
Happy Black History Month too.
800,000 over on the Facebook. We trying to get the more cats coming over to the YouTube, man. So like I said, go check us out on the Facebook. Check us out on the IG. Like I said, we all, of course, you know how we get down with myrapverse.com. You know how we get down over there. Bebo P, J Camp,
Iceberg,
be the Podfather, man. You know how we get down, man. We out, man. We'll see y'all Saturday, man. Peace.
Peace.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World's Most Dangerous Podcast. Bebo P's in the building. What's good?
It was going bar for bar.
Shouts out to the fans, man.
Let's get it.
Good.
Hondo up in this piece.